Okay, hello everybody, we're here with Scalp, who is a senior photographer for Onboardmag and I guess other magazines also.
Senior for Onboard, and I work for other magazines, yeah.
We're really proud in fact to have an interview with you because you're on this scene since a long time, and it's always interesting to have the point of view of someone who has seen the evolution of snowboarding. Can you tell us at the start how you came into the snowboarding?
I'm from Paris originally, so I was skateboarder before, and I was shooting skateboarding, and on my holidays I was going to snowboarding for fun, and then slowly I moved from shooting skateboarding to shoot both. And then when skateboarding had this first crisis in the beginning of the 90s, I moved completely to snowboarding. Les Arcs became a second. It's been my first main step. I made 2 seasons working for Anyway, starting shooting snowboarding for the Skate Mag in Lac Luzin, because I met some friends there. And in there I met Regis and the guy from Apocalypse, who offered me to spend a season with them in Les Arcs. So my 3rd season I moved to Les Arcs. And since I've never stopped, I actually stopped living in Paris and moved definitely to Les Arcs 8 years ago.
Alright, and at that time it was a crazy period, no?
It was completely different. But in a way, photographers, there's not so much difference between now and before. I'm still waking up in the morning, catching a guy, go shoot in a mountain, come back at night. That has not changed. But for sure, business, work, all that outside of taking pictures has radically changed. That's another one. The main difference for photographers is film companies. That was not existing 15 years ago. We were shooting with whoever we wanted, wherever we wanted. You just had to call a guy, you say, I'm shooting for that magazine, the guys were coming. Now, there's no way you can shoot one of the best riders in the world if you're not hooking up with a film crew. Film crew, they rule the whole business, because that's where the sponsors inject the most money, and that's why the guys have to produce for their sponsors a good video part. Photo became secondary. Since a long time we work with film crews. I started with Absinthe 6 years ago, and I mean, you don't have the choice now. If you want to work with the best guys, you have to hook up with the film crews and tell the guys, okay, where is your crew? Which one can I go? That's the only way. So that's why I said now for a young photographer, it's getting, I think, more difficult to get the right connection. Some do, but it's very hard to get straight to the heart of the thing, because you need to have relations, know the people. It's a long process, and it helps for sure people like me that have been there for a long time, because we have the connections.
Can we talk about the gear that you use for shooting? Are you using now a lot of digital, or are you still true to
No, I'm another one.
Switch?
I sold my soul too. No, I was against digital, and I can't live with it anymore. Without it anymore. Sorry. No, I still have an Argentic camera, but I don't use it a lot, because now it's almost impossible to deal with the time and the money.
It's more expensive.
It's a lot more expensive because you pay your film and processing. It's a lot longer, so a lot of the clients don't want to wait anymore to get the pictures processed. And second, it's a lot more convenient for sure. But I agree with the guys that I miss something, that's for sure, because a slide file in the house is not like a DVD stored it's not the same thing. You don't have anything to rely on except a CD. When you had the slides, you could open them, watch the slides, and it was existing for real. All the digital pictures, you have the feeling in a way they don't exist. I mean, if someone erases your files, it's gone. It's gone forever. I still shoot a bit of Argentic when I have the time, and when the client is alright for it, or when I want to do something special. But I have to say, I also spend a lot of time on the computer, and it's also very interesting now to try to recapture all the effects I had with the Argentic on the digital, because that takes a while.
Can you tell us just briefly which body and which lenses do you use?
I work with Canon, so I'm on the regular format, 24-36. So I have an EOS 1, an EOS 5 digital. I had two EOS 1s argentic, but I don't use them too much anymore. And the basic lens is from 15 fisheye to 300 2.8, like the big ones.
Yeah. Great. Just to finish, can you tell us which photographers in snowboarding or outside of snowboarding you admire the work or you look out for?
There's too many.
Inspiration, I don't know.
Inspiration is too big word, but I mean, I've always liked to watch photography from anyone.
Yeah.
I have to say. I think for me, there's not one guy. There's different styles, like Vincent with his flash for a long time. Calais before him did it before. I mean, there's many.
You like Pat Vermeulen maybe also?
Pat is interesting for all his creative things in black and white. I mean, Curtis is very interesting in his, I would say, he can do anything. Outside of that, in I would say more artistic photography, I've got so many influence from Duano to Salgado more recently, or Avdon, or there's so many photographers.
Okay.
I mean, we live in a world now which is overfilled with images. It's so hard to give a name because there's so many guys in their own style which are so talented. I have just a little difference between what I call artists and what I call photographers. For me, I'm a photographer. I'm not an artist because I don't think I create anything. I'm just a witness of what I see. I have my own interpretation. But for me, as an artist in photography is someone who starts from nothing, who has a complete idea of what he wants to shoot before he shoots it.
But I would say you're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
sometimes,
I think so.
Sometimes.
Snowboarding is creative and artistic.
I have to say
way,
that's the good thing with skate, surf, snow is that it opened us the option to be more artistic in a way that creative, like for example motorbike photographers or some guys, or football photographers or rugby or tennis. What I like with the board sports is that the rider and the environment are mixed together, and the whole thing makes an aesthetic picture. That's what motivates me to keep shooting.